Russ, you were telling us the other night about how you noticed teams playing you a little bit more to pass than in the past when they were playing you more to score. Early, you came out and got to the rim a couple times in a row. Was that just what the defense showed you, or did you want to be a little more aggressive in scoring?
Combination of both. If it's one-on-one, then I like my chances against anybody. So if they're going to guard me like that, then it's my job to be able to make the right play, attack, use my size and my strength to get to where I need to get to.
And then just generally speaking, did you notice some things clicking a little more, just an additional day for you and LeBron and AD together? This time you play a little bigger, but what stood out to you?
Yeah, just we had some spurts throughout the game where our pace was high, got some stops, got in transition, got open looks, which you can ask for. And, there's some positive we can take, from the night.
Russ, what did you see defensively when you guys kind of in the second half maybe turn the screws a little bit? And do you think that can be more of what this team is consistently?
Definitely. That's how we got to play. Start the game. First two quarters gave up 35, 36. Third and fourth quarter did a better job of 21-point quarter, 24. So that's what we got to lean on, because when we get stops, it's very difficult to stop us in transition.
Is that just attention to detail?
Just learning. Everybody's learning a new defense. So we kind of got to learn each other, learn our tendencies, learn kind of what we're doing. So in the process of that, we got to make sure we just stay consistent to our rules and stick to them. And then, if we need to make adjustment, we will.
Zooming out, big picture, what are you most encouraged by from these 6 games heading into the regular season next week?
Just that we got better each game. I feel like we've gotten better each preseason on obviously getting all guys healthy is most important, keeping us healthy throughout the year. But just encouraged about how, each game we've gotten a little better.
Kyle?
Russ, you were scoring a lot at the rim very early in this game and seemed to be sort of unlocked in the paint scoring-wise. What changed for you, and was it mentality? Was it teammates getting you involved? What happened?
Just being me. Like I mentioned, if guys are going to guard me one-on-one, then I like my chances against anybody.
Dave?
Russ, you had a give and go and then kind of a give back with DeAndre in a pretty tight space. What allowed that play to work, and have you guys had any sort of chemistry you've noticed in practices or in these games?
Yeah, just trying to figure it out. DJ's trying to figure me out. I'm trying to figure him out. But like I mentioned earlier, training camp, my job is to make all these guys better around me and make the game easy for them. So throughout the game, there will be little things that we can do to be able to make the game easy for him, and vice versa.
Bill?
Hey, Russ. Fully aware it's preseason here, but you guys, all a bunch of competitive dudes and trying to do something special this year. Does an 0-6 preseason sit with you any certain way, or is it just not matter?
Honestly, I can't tell you. I've been in the league 13 years. I don't know my preseason record for any of those years. So that should answer your question. I don't know anything about preseason. So, no, it doesn't matter.
A lot of positives for the game tonight for our group. I thought our defense, really picked up in the second half, and we stopped hurting ourselves. First half was about turnovers and fouls, keeping the Kings in the game, and we cleaned that up, did a better job in that third quarter into the fourth.
What did you make of Russ tonight?
Yeah, another positive step for him. Getting familiar with our guys and with our system. I thought he slowed down a little bit in the paint. In terms of his finishing, getting to his pivots some. So it was much more efficient inside, and he still missed one or two in there, but really liked the floor game that he played, attacking the rim, putting pressure on the rim, and then obviously utilizing his great passing ability.
And then LeBron looked like LeBron, right? Here we are, year 19, and he has 30, seemed pretty easily. I suppose that doesn't surprise you, though?
Nothing he does surprises me. He was terrific tonight. Final dress rehearsal with our group, this new team, for opening night. But really just, I liked how he attacked the rim. I liked how he took jump shots when the defense gave him too much space and made him pay over the top. That's something he's really done really well over the last few years, and just a great performance overall.
Frank, you guys were really clear about being process oriented throughout this preseason and taking a really long view, but you come through it winless. Is that in any part disappointing, in any part concerning?
Not concerning. You don't want to go winless. You want to get a couple wins along the way. I mean, just feel what that's like. And that's the name of the game. We're here to win basketball games. But at the end of the day, it's really about the practice work that we're putting in. These are practice games where you're working on things, and you're building rhythm and timing and all those things, and you're just getting to the finish line of the preseason healthy. That's the biggest thing that you can, is you get as much rhythm and timing as you can while remaining healthy. And obviously we didn't finish I don't think we finished any of our fourth quarters with our main group. So we didn't win any, but we're really not concerned about it. I think we saw some flashes of who we look like tonight and who we're going to look like come next Tuesday.
Despite the winless preseason, what are you most encouraged by heading into the regular season? Is there anything you feel like is ahead of schedule right now?
Well, I think our pace is really good. I think we've really committed to it, and in these preseason games, our guys are really playing to exhaustion. Which is what we're asking of them. And you push the pace, and your legs get a little. You're tired tonight, but your legs get stronger tomorrow. Pushing through that stuff and playing to exhaustion in these last couple preseason games is going to make us stronger on opening night. I still think we got a long way to go on the defensive end, with getting everybody integrated and up to speed with how we do things. But every time we touch the floor, there's growth and improvement. I thought there was a huge positive tonight.
Going to see a lot of corner threes this year, guys. A lot.
116, 112, final preseason game of the year. Kings going undefeated in the preseason. 21 points for De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes with 15. LeBron finishing with 30, Russ 18, Anthony Davis with 14. Final tune-up, Bress.
Yeah, by the way, Rob, congrats. You just got an Emmy for your work during that block while we were all, making sure the Dodgers did what they had to do in the bottom of the ninth there. I think my final thoughts would be, this still is not a completed product. Obviously, the big three is still trying to figure each other out. And a lot of role players, 5 guys, did not play tonight. 5 guys who very well could be starters or in that rotation. That's more than a third of your team. Lakers, to me, still looked pretty damn good.
I'll give them, honestly, I'll give them till maybe Thanksgiving before they really are in, their permanent position, I think. It's going to take a little time. They will play well and they will win, but I think it's going to take them a little bit more time before they're truly in sync and playing, on a thread together like every night. That's my prediction.
When you look at their schedule and you see their games, and Brez has broken it down a couple times on our air. Obviously, you start off with the Warriors and the Suns, and then it goes Memphis, and then the Spurs, and then Thunder. You got the Rockets a couple of times in the first 10. You got OKC twice in the.
You got a Cleveland
first
in
10.
there.
You got the
that franchise
Cavs
rebuilding
in town. So really, Lakers have a favorable schedule, which has not been the case in the past. So, Rob, those first 2 games are going to be, great vibe. You got the Warriors, the Suns, 2 of the better teams in the West. Once you get through that, there's a chance for this team to get rolling. It'd be nice to get a good start to the season. That really helps teams start clicking, right?
Oh, big time.
Wins help everything.
Wins help everything, and it's the confidence. I know these guys are vets and they don't need the confidence, but sometimes you need confidence on the system. You need confidence in the new guys on the team, and that helps out in how you navigate this beginning of the season, because when you start a season out, you can tell a lot by a team. I know a lot of times, they didn't start out well, but there's potential there. You see times when teams start out, 15-2 and go on and they do some things in the championship. Then you see some teams that roll out there not so well, but they end up, peaking at the end of the year. And I think this is like one of those teams, because we don't have a lot of practice time. You're not going to practice a lot because of the age of this group. So it's going to take them a little bit longer to peak. You're going to see moments of greatness, and then you can see moments of where you want to shake your head. But that's what you're going to get with this team. You'll get the good and the bad right now, because they're still learning each other. They're still learning how to play. We want to talk about the big 3, and I keep saying the big 4, because you're going to have Carmelo now. You're going to have THT. You're going to have Monk. These guys are going to come back, and you got to implement them into the offense, into the defense. So there's a lot of moving parts that are going to happen here. So it's going to take a while for this team to get to going and start gelling. So I think around, like I said, Christmas time, because that's going to be a great game to gel on.
Yeah, I think this team, fully healthy, with their veteran players and their youth, are good enough to look at the schedule and say, these teams shouldn't beat us.